When did it start clicking for you?
I feel like as far as my work,
Yeah.
I feel like maybe 2022, my journey to Money in the Bank. I feel like then I feel like I really started to feel like it was clicking, and then I think even after that, even more. But I feel like my time off really gave me like a sense of self that I feel like I was missing just for doing this for so long. Like since I was 20 years old, this is all I've really like immersed myself in, and it's all I've done full time for the last decade. And so to have that time off and to just be myself fully all the time, I just like I learned a lot about myself, and I really did like kind of develop a really strong sense of self that I didn't know I was missing beforehand because I just didn't know. And so I feel like coming back with that new confidence, then I was like, oh, it really, 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 really clicked. But it's funny because it was something that I didn't know I was missing. I didn't know that I didn't feel myself until all I had to do was be myself for 6 months.
Salute wrestling friends and welcome to the Good Bread Wrestling channel, also known as the Figure 4 TV. Now today we got an update on our girl Liv Morgan and when she gonna return. So y'all check out the intro, and when we get back, we break this thing on down. WWE's Liv Morgan is looking to be out of action for at least the rest of 2025. But don't be alarmed, guys, and stick around because I got a great idea on how we can play this. In a report from PW Insider Elite, Morgan was scheduled for a medical evaluation this week to see where things stood for her recovery from her separated shoulder. In a report from PWI Insider Elite, Morgan was scheduled for a medical evaluation this week to see where things stood for her recovery from her separated shoulder. There were some who expected her at Raw this week for that process, but she was not on TV, and they should leave her off TV. Leave this one off TV, out of sight, out of mind. The hope initially is that Morgan will return in the ring in the beginning of 2026 as long as everything is on schedule. Morgan injured her shoulder during a match on Raw in June against Kairi Sane. She was tag team champion with Raquel Rodriguez. And I mean, when we lost Liv, we lost all hope for the women's division aside from what Naomi and Bianca was doing. But we did lose a major part of the storytelling in the WWE when we went out with Liv. Because if you could remember, they was fixing to have Liv and Raquel team up to drop the titles to the Bella Twins. But you know, we heard rumors about Brie not signing. We heard her because of Daniel Bryan over in AEW and all of that crap. But in any event, had Liv not get hurt, we would have seen more of the Bella Twins because Liv was hot. And it's not the first time Liv is going to come back from injury, guys. Remember, before she started her big push in 2024, she came off an injury. Oddly enough, it was a shoulder injury. Go back and do your homework, guys.
When you were off, were you one of those people watching and like, I miss it so much? Or were you like one of those people like, I can't watch it because it'll just...
No, I watched every week, and I missed it so much every week, but I was so broken that like there was nothing I could do about it. You know, obviously I wanted to be there, but I knew that was a ways out. And so all I could focus on was getting healthy and what my plan of attack would be when I returned.
And injuries in wrestling are difficult because you don't know if the spot that you had before is going to be there waiting for you.
For sure.
So there's got to be some doubt that creeps in.
For sure. And that's why I was very intentional. Like I created the Liv Morgan Revenge Tour. Like that was my brain baby. That was what I did in my time off, was securing my spot when I came back. And that was getting my revenge on the top.
But what I was saying, being that everybody's expecting her early. They're expecting her earlier than expected in early January, guys. You know what else is in January? Our Royal Rumble. What would it be if she returned for the Royal Rumble, guys? Did you think about that? I think we should leave Liv off of TV until the Royal Rumble come around. And then we run it in there at number 30 and let her wreak havoc. I think we should let Liv Morgan win this year, 2026 Royal Rumble. Tell me what y'all guys feel about that statement in the chat. I think Liv worked hard enough that she deserve a win. I mean, she's coming back into several storylines. We could go so many different directions when Liv Morgan come back. We know that right now, Finn Balor is really trying to get her up out of there. He is trying to get up out of there, so she could also return and screw Finn over. Finn could be in another high stakes match, and out pops Liv and screw Finn over. But I think we should leave her off TV until definitely the Royal Rumble. And then you also, another storyline that we got is the Raquel Rodriguez. Is Raquel gonna let Roxanne Perez come in between the middle of her and Liv and what they had? You also got the feud between her and Roxanne Perez. Clearly Roxanne is taking her space. Clearly Roxanne also lost her title. So there's so many different directions we can go, and I'm glad that we're getting her back earlier than expected, because we didn't expect to get Liv back till later on in 2026, if anything. But that's going to be good to see Liv come back. Now you guys, go on, let's go to the chat, and let's talk about it, guys. Do you think we should bring Liv back earlier, or should we keep her off TV until the Royal Rumble and then bring her back during the Royal Rumble, guys? So let's take it to the comment section. I'll see you guys later. Like, share, subscribe if you're new over here.
Like, what a performance by you.
Thank you.
Like, it was really good. I actually, like, can we peel it back just a little bit?
Yeah.
Like, what was your mindset going into that? Were you taking some inspiration from a film or a performance?
No, it was just very personal to me because there were a lot of instances that I actually lived, like she really did dislocate my shoulder. I really did have surgery because of her. I really did have 6 months of my career taken away from her. I really did watch her ascend to superstardom while I'm sitting at home nursing a bum shoulder. These are all real things that really happened to me. And so I didn't have to take any inspiration from anything because I was quite literally living it. And so I think at SummerSlam, the only thing that I was really focusing on was I knew this was going to be make or break, and I had to make. And that was it.
If you could go back 10 years ago and have a conversation with that version of you, what would you say?
Gosh. I think I would tell myself to have a little bit more confidence in myself. I feel like I spent a lot of the early years of my career feeling like I wasn't good enough or that I didn't quite belong because I didn't have a crazy athletic pedigree or family in this business. I really feel like I had like no real reason why I had deserved to be here. And I think that like hindered me a little bit in my performance and my confidence and my development. And so I think I tell her just like, have a little bit more faith in yourself. Like you made it this far, have a little bit more confidence, have a little bit more belief in yourself. And that this ride is going to be fucking crazier than you've ever thought. And it's going to be better than you've ever thought.
This is a wreck. He's moving like an uncaged animal.
No lie, he's wild in there.